Petra Deeter? Petra Deeter here or on the phone?
I'm on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hello, I am Dr. Petra Deeter, a researcher from the Department of Medicine, School of Psychology at the University of Tasmania, specializing in child psychological abuse. I am also a survivor of domestic violence, and I was one of the people that made a movie and actively promoted Senator Rubio's coercive control bill that Virginia mentioned. I'm representing the Hero Circle, an organization that consists entirely of the adult children of parental alienation, the children that were psychologically abused as a result and lost a relationship with one of our parents. Today, I'm speaking to you as a California constituent, both as a related professional, and more importantly, I'm representing a particular segment of children population who will be directly impacted by this proposed law, and like Virginia mentioned, the blind spot group of people. I applaud and grateful for your effort in trying to protect children. However, even with good intention, this bill overlooks the important issue of child psychological abuse, and including what was mentioned in Piki's mother's testimony. This bill, if passed, would prohibit the court from ordering reunification therapy, a beneficial therapeutic tool used to effectively reunite families, which is paramount. I'm aware of at least some peer-review publication regarding the reunification program, and I'd be happy to send the exact reference to everyone in the committee. I know someone testified earlier, mentioned that there was no peer review. That's not correct. If there was alleged misuse of reunification therapy, that should be addressed appropriately with disciplinary or even criminal charges if warranted. The solution is not to ban the therapy. We don't abolish the medical field because of some bad doctors. Now, the bill references cutoff and bondage, which are psychological terms related to attachment theory. So child development studies explain secure attachment style and also negative pathogenic attachment, which are detrimental to the child. So, for example, there's reactive attachment disorder is one of the disorder or pathologic attachment style that is actually listed in the DSM-5, which is the manual for mental health professionals. So when the pathogenic attachments are caused by manipulation, brainwashing, and programming, the child is psychologically abused. And this bill is preventing abused children from being rescued. So my father was not abusive. There was no such claim of violence from anyone, including my mother, stepmother, and step-siblings. But my mother programmed and brainwashed me to reject him and prevented me from having a relationship with him. And as a child, I was bonded with her. Without reunification therapy, I grew up without a father. And that negatively impacted all aspects of my life, even today. In my adulthood, when I realized the abuse that I lived through and that I rejected my father unjustifiably, it was too late. My father had passed. I was never able to have a relationship with him. My story is not just the story of all the members in our organization and many more. A research from Colorado State University found that children like myself are 3 times the number of children with autism. The next point I have is regarding the training. Just last week, the National Council of Juvenile and Family Court Judges and the Association of Family and Conciliation Courts released a joint statement that training should consist of various factors, including intimate partner violence, substance misuse, high conflict, denigration, parental alienating behaviors, and healthy parenting. Now, these 2 organizations represent professionals in the trenches. They are judges, the family law judges, they are lawyers, they are therapists, they are mediators, and so on. So they should have a voice in the training. And when you look at this joint statement by this very important organization, the bill is grossly missing the number of factors that needed to be included in the training, and in particularly denigration and parental alienating behaviors. Finally, this bill is in an effort for California to be eligible for the START fund. As Virginia mentioned already, the exact information provided and confirmed by both the Department of Justice and the American Bar Association about the funding is that if every state were to receive the maximum increase in their sub-award in financial year, and I'm reading their writing, in financial year 2022, the average increase would be $273,909 per state per year for the maximum of 4 years. So you are voting on a permanent law that had permanent, lasting impact on children's lives for only 4 years of small amount of funding. With this, I respectfully ask that you consider your vote carefully and realizing that this bill needs to be amended before it is passed. I respectfully urge that you vote no on this bill. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Okay.